Hello people of YouTube. Let me get some drink of this coconut oil. It's hot outside. Okay. I'm gonna be making a video on why I'm not a feminist. Now, I am gonna say this. I did used to label myself a feminist back in the day. But this is before I did any research on feminism or what they believe and stuff. Kind of like when I hated socialism but didn't know nothing about socialism. But now I know something about socialism and I don't hate it. The exact opposite for feminism. I know what it is, now I hate it. But feminism don't really care about equality. They never did. Because when they keep talking about how one time women didn't vote, they always seem to forget about one other detail. There's a lot of men who couldn't vote neither because they didn't own land. Only those who own land could vote. Apparently they didn't give a shit about those guys. Another reason why I don't really rate myself a feminist? No, I'll save that one for last. What I was going to say. But another reason is they say they care about the kids. They do stuff for the kids. Someone think about the kids. But they're the ones who mostly want abortions to be legal. Huh. What happened to someone's gotta think about the kids? Also, because of feminism was rising, that and also because it's more safer for women. People, mostly, I should say women, are not having kids like they used to, so the population is going down instead of going up. The only places they're going up is in poor countries. They don't have any other options to have kids to get them out of the poorhouse. Well, see, in America, women don't need to have kids to get them out of the poorhouse. They can just go to work and get them out of the poorhouse. Also, they didn't really care to have the vote until after they could have the right to vote without being drafted. Which is very ironic because they're trying to bring the draft back. And yes, you two ladies are going to be drafted. So, when I was watching Girl Likes What, when I used to call myself a feminist, I used to say she was the true feminist, and I was hijacking feminism because, well, today's feminism isn't what yesterday's feminism was. But of course, I did more research on it, like I was saying, and, well, there was never meant to be equality. And here's the main reason why I'm not a feminist anymore. They like to try to put the blame on one side. Kind of like the men's rights movement. They try to put it all on women. That's why when I stopped calling myself a feminist, I didn't really join that group because they make the same mistake. Putting it all on the women, and the women are putting it all on the guys. Well, in MGTOW, it's mostly y'all's fault. The winners and the givers. It's your fault for wanting, and it's your fault for giving what they want. The men and the women. They're both to blame. Not equally, of course, but it's not all of their faults. It's mostly their fault, but the other percent goes to this group too, the guys. And hell, since women couldn't retrieve as much as they could without men's fault, without men doing it, maybe one could easily say it's mostly the men's fault for giving in. Well, however, it's mostly the brain. At least we can say we're not trying to put it on one side. It's all your fault, the ladies. It's all your fault, the gentlemen. No, saying it's both of y'all's fault. So, that's why I'm not really a feminist. I see myself as a MGTOW now. Into what, boy? Into what, huh? This is gonna. Y'all should know about that now. Remember, Easy, an anti-feminist, is actually a feminist. I met a couple of those who says they're anti-feminist, but really, they're just a feminist. Because if they're anti-feminist, that means the feminists who was fighting for equal rights back in the day weren't real feminists. But what would these anti-feminists will tell you? They'll tell you they were feminists. So, that makes you a feminist too, you idiots. So, yeah. It's one thing when you believe in just maybe one or two things feminism believe in, but if you believe in almost everything a feminist believes, that makes you a feminist. It's like saying it's okay to believe in one or two things about Christianity, but if you believe in most of it or all of it, that makes you a Christian. So, yeah. I'm not a feminist because it goes against science as well. Feminism is anti-science, and, well, I'm a very scientific person. I go where the evidence takes me. I go where the logic takes me. The logic and the evidence. And this is where it took me. To MGTOW. Also, I think we should bring the draft back. I'm not for sure if I already said this in a different video. But the reason why I think we should is because when everyone else is doing the fighting, you seem to don't really care if the war is just or not. Who cares? At the end of the day, I can just be like, what? I didn't know they was doing that so far away I couldn't see. But see, now if you have to join, you're going to be like, well, if I'm joining, I'm going to want to know if this is just or not just, because I can't pull out the ignorant card. Well, I didn't know. So, now of course some of them might still pull out the, it's not my fault, I was just following orders. Just like a Nazi. Yeah. So the draft will encourage people to know if the war is just or not. To encourage them that if it's unjust, they fight against the system and wants to draft them for an unjust war. And if it's a just war, they go into the draft. So, yeah, that's the reason why I think the draft should be back. Because it does encourage people to do the damn research. So, peace. Wait, I gotta sneeze. Achoo! Yeah. I sort of paused that. Now it's in the video. Oh well. So, peace. And goodbye.